Hey guys, it's Katie and this is my first ever story time video. Please don't mind my I sound kind of like dying owl or something. I don't know what a dying owl sounds like. I sound terrible because I have a really bad cold. I wasn't gonna do this video, but I didn't vlog yesterday. I think I haven't vlogged in like 2 days and I missed it. I'm not in school right now, so I kind of felt like I have nothing to do, although I know I do have stuff to do. Like, I have to write a thank you letter for a scholarship that I got that I'm really excited about because I really needed it. And I also told you guys that I was gonna do these story time videos like 2 weeks ago already, so I didn't want to keep y'all like waiting on it. So I hope my voice doesn't like annoy the hell out of you guys, because it does annoy me. Okay, so as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm gonna be telling y'all the story of like how I found out I was pregnant. I wasn't vlogging back then, and as all of you guys know probably by now, I wish I was. So you guys don't really know how it happened, and like, well, not the pregnancy, but like how I found out and like how I told my parents and all of that. This particular video is just gonna be how I found out. I'm also gonna do a how I told my parents video and all of that good stuff. Let's sorry about that. Let me get into the story because I'm like super rambling. Let me take you guys back to that time. I had just turned 21. Kevin and I had been together for 5 years. We were not living together. We were not married. I had a job and I was making a lot of money, but it was not a job I could keep like as a pregnant woman. I was waitressing. I was in that nightlife lifestyle, and like I said, I was making a lot of money, but I would never be able to work there pregnant. And you know, like, people were smoking and drinking, and in a nightclub you don't see a lot of pregnant waitresses. That'd have been funny. I had my car ready. I was in school trying to get into the nursing program, but to be quite honest, I was not taking it as seriously as I should have. Like, back then I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I'm doing my thing in school. I really wasn't. Like, now that I look back, and now with the determination I have as a mom, like, I was not doing what I needed to do to get into anybody's nursing program. We had just came back from a cruise, a vacation. I did not get pregnant on the cruise. A lot of my family think that I didn't. Yeah, so that's my life at that point. I wasn't on birth control. I wasn't on birth control because about 2 years prior to that, I was taking this medication that my doctor gave me, and it was only for like a month that I needed to take it, and I couldn't be taking birth control because they contradicted each other. So I got off birth control and then I never got back on it. The reason I didn't get back on birth control is because birth control makes me crazy. It really does. Like, I feel like birth control, I'm already like super hormonal. I really can't speak properly sometimes. It just messes with my hormones, and I'm super emotional, and I was gaining weight and losing weight like crazy. Like, it was no balance while I was on birth control, and like I didn't like what it did to my body. And I did try a few. I tried the NuvaRing, I tried the pill. What else did I try? I think I just tried those two. Yeah, the NuvaRing and the pill. But I tried 2 different types of pills also. It just wasn't working for me. But for me, that was not a huge issue. I know what y'all gonna say, you got pregnant so it was an issue. I know, but listen, it wasn't a huge issue because my body is super regular. Like, I know, and I'm really in sync with my body. Like, I know when I'm ovulating. I know, like, my period is super regular. I can feel like when I'm ovulating, so it wasn't gonna be an issue for us to like just be super careful during that time. For 2 years that works for us. But on this one day, I actually know exactly when I got pregnant because of the fact that I know my body. So this one day was kind of like, how can I put this nicely? There was a miscommunication between Kevin and I, and things didn't quite go as planned. So yeah, you guys got the picture, right? So you know what, this is a story time of how I found out I was pregnant. So if this is TMI, I'm so sorry, but yeah. So since his pullout game wasn't strong that day, So I was kind of expecting to, you know, like have I don't know what I was expecting. I should have expected that I was probably could have been pregnant, but I was in denial. I'm like, oh no, like I'll be fine. The time came for me to get my period 2 or 3 days before my period was, like before I missed my period. I started having breast pain. Like they felt really tender and they hurt. Like even if someone hugged me or like just touched by mistake, it hurt so bad, and that was not typical for me. I never get like breast tenderness before my period. Another first sign for me was that like smells would literally make me gag, like especially cigarettes and like garbage outside would just make me want to throw up. And I'm not really sensitive, especially to cigarettes. Like I said, I was working in a nightclub, so I was not sensitive to cigarettes at all, and at that time I was, and I'm like, oh crap. I started being concerned at that point, but I'm like, you know, my period's still not late, so let me just wait on it. The day that I was supposed to get my period came and went, and no period. And I told Kevin, I'm like, you know, like my period was supposed to come today, and it didn't. And he was like, take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, oh no, like I'll just keep waiting. It is probably a day later too. Point is, my period never came, and I had told Casey, I think like a day after my missed period, I told her I think I might be pregnant, and she told me to take a pregnancy test, and I didn't listen to neither one of them. They don't know what they're talking about. Point is, 4 days later, I told her, I was like, we need to go get a test, because I still didn't get my period. I was super nauseous, like it was terrible. I think at that point I kind of knew, but I was in super denial. So me and her were going somewhere. I think we were going to like Target or something, and we picked up a pregnancy test. And when we came back in the house, I was about to take a shower and I needed to pee. So I'm like, okay, I will just take this now. So I peed on it and I put it next to me, and I went to like wipe and stuff, and Casey was like she was at the door. Before I even flushed the toilet, it was 2 lines on it, and me and Casey's face were like, I don't know why I was so in denial, like it couldn't happen to me, because I really should have expected it, and I didn't. I was like, no freaking way, like there is a human growing inside of me. Like it was just so crazy. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. I really do. And Casey's like, oh my god, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. Like it was just so crazy. And then I went in the shower, and like I still remember this, like when I went in the shower, like I was just looking down on my tummy, like there's a baby in there, like there's my child is in there. And from that moment, like I knew that was my baby. I was gonna have my baby, and I was gonna do whatever I needed to do to give her the best life that I can give her, and with my situation. And yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. That day was December 15th, 2012. Kevin's birthday is December 16th. So I didn't call him right away. He kind of knew I was pregnant. Like, so I decided to tell him, like, I didn't want to just be like, I'm pregnant. I bought a card, like a happy birthday daddy card, something like that. I don't remember. I wrote on it, happy birthday, can't wait to meet you, something like that. And I went to his house that day because I really couldn't wait till the next day. So it was the 15th, and I went, and I was just gonna stay over. And at 12, I gave him his present, and I gave him the card, and he just laughed. He was like, I can't even do his stupid laugh. No. No, I can't do his laugh. But he just laughed, and I like when he's nervous, he laughs, or like he laughs at the weirdest times. He laughs when he's mad, he laughs when he's nervous, but he was not mad. He was more excited than I was, because I was just scared. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do, you know, like that wasn't how I had planned to bring a baby into the world. He laughed, and he was really excited. He told me how excited he was. At that point, he had just gotten a job that he was really excited about. It didn't end up working out, but he was really excited about it. So he was like, you know, like he felt like everything was gonna fall into place, which honestly, even though we're not exactly where we want to be right now, I do feel like everything did fall into place and everything has been working out for us. Zoe is not missing anything that she needs, and it's not because other people are giving it to us. Like, we are able to take care of her, which is the biggest thing to me, and we're working on bettering our lives. I do feel like everything worked out, thank God, and I'm so glad she's here. Like, that wasn't my plan, but it was God's plan, and I'm just so happy. Like, she is so amazing. Seriously, I'm so glad she's here. I'm so glad my plan failed, you know. Kevin is amazing, and I couldn't possibly have a better father for my child. And yeah, this is getting kind of emotional. That's my story, and that's pretty much for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first story time video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe so you never miss my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.